What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for yet another Tottenham update. A few things to discuss today, and let's start off with the talking point of last night, and that was Dele Alli's Instagram Live, which caused a lot of debate. Let's start off with the positives, and then we'll get on to the negatives. The positives was that he did make a comment about Alfie Devine, and he said that Alfie Devine is a very, very good player. Don't sleep on him.
Good for Dele to point that out. We can all see it, can't we? From the cameos you've seen of Alfie Devine, he looks like he's going to be a real talent. And nice for Dele to point that out. He was asked about him, wasn't he? Yeah, he was asked about him. But what was interesting was that he was literally, it was just really weird because I kept logging in and out of the Instagram Live, and it seemed as though he was just sitting in his car for hours upon end last night, like just by himself. Maybe he's bored.
Just 2-3 hours, he was literally there, just sitting in his car, recording himself, going off Insta, recording himself again, going off Insta. And the weirdest thing about it was, like, he wasn't really saying anything. He was just sitting there with his music on in his car, like going like that along to the music, and, you know, just literally just doing nothing.
Very strange. I don't know.
It was all very, very strange.
I'm not into I don't know what to say. Yeah, maybe he was just bored. He's not getting in the team, is he? So maybe he's like, why not?
Yeah, there was a few funny commenters. Like, there was a lot of people coming on. Jordan Ibe was coming on commenting. Jadon Sancho was coming on. Musa Sissoko came on and was just like, "Go home, Dele. What are you doing?
Stop this madness."
But the talking point is there was a comment saying, "Touch your hat if you're Jose out." And he seemed to like consciously touch it and move it around at that specific point. Around the whole video, he was touching his hat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He kept like just doing like that and just touching his
just
hat
randomly,
and just randomly touching his hat. But he didn't. Like, obviously, I think people are just reading too much into it. But obviously, he didn't.
It was quite bait.
Yeah.
If you watch it.
The thing is, it's bait in a very isolated part of the video. But if you watch the whole video, he's always touching his hat.
Yeah, so at any point in that video, it's possible you could see that comment come through. But what I would say is it did look like he saw the comment, and then it was like, it did kind of seem like he did do it.
So what I was about to say was that throughout the video, he was just literally just touching his hat, not really like moving it around and stuff like that. But in that particular moment, it looked as though it was a very conscious decision to do that.
It did. I'm not going to lie. If you watch the video, it did look like it. It could be taken out of context or whatever, but if you watch the clip, it's hard to deny it looked quite bait what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
So, look, and it doesn't surprise me either way. He's not getting the team under Jose, and he seems to be he was like in and out, and now he's just completely out again, and he's probably really frustrated. So it wouldn't surprise me if he is Jose out.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Forbes have released their richest football clubs list, and you know where Tottenham are? We are 10th. We are 10th.
Come on.
Above clubs as Juventus, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid.
Where are we for trophies in Europe?
Well, let's just breeze past that one. But look, we're the 10th richest club in world football, and we need to sell before we can buy.
Top 10 richest club. You'll never sing that.
Who are you singing it to?
Don't know. Anyone who's not in the top 10, you'll never see that. It's interesting. 6 of the top 10 are English clubs, which is what I was saying before. How, you know, in the pandemic, English clubs are going to be hit a lot less harder because they're just bigger franchises, a lot of them. And the fact that like we're above like the likes of Juventus, like clubs like that, Inter Milan. So like we're above some quite big clubs, but. Invest the money, man. Come on. Put some money into the playing staff.
Just do it, man.
How high are we going to get before it's like, I mean, it's already awkward, but like we're going to be the richest club ever, still penny pinching, you know what I mean?
Probably. Let's move on. A German journalist called Ronnie Reng was on the Athletic podcast today talking about Julian Nagelsmann, and he has said that Julian Nagelsmann's next club will not be Tottenham Hotspur. We're talking about super clubs here like Munich, Madrid or Chelsea. His stepping stone is definitely not Tottenham Hotspur.
Great. I can rule him out. Is Bruce available? Maybe we can get his number. I don't know.
He will be by the end of the season.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how reliable he is. I know the Athletic in general are pretty reliable in their sources. Usually anyway. So if he works for the Athletic, he must be...
He doesn't work there, but he was on there as a guest.
Okay, so that's a bit different. I don't know how reliable he is. He might be really reliable. All I would say is Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann would see Spurs as a step up from Leipzig in terms of the stature of the club and things like that. In terms of where the club is at the moment, obviously Leipzig are ahead of Tottenham, so he would be making a step back to go forward. He is so young still. He's like 33, right? So he's really, really young. So he could easily spend 10 years at Tottenham, right? And still have plenty of time left for Madrid and Barcelona and all that lot. So I guess, look, it remains to be seen. If he's saying that he's going to hold out for a super club, then it looks like we're going to write a name off the list.
We've got a few little updates from the Daily Mail. Let's get into them. The first one is Tottenham will have to sell before they can buy this summer, as being the 10th richest club in the world. Hugo Lloris, Serge Aurier, Eric Lamela and Juan Foyth could all depart the club. And then it goes on to say Tottenham want to offload at least 6 players this summer. Hugo Lloris, Serge Aurier, Juan Foyth, Eric Lamela, Gareth Bale and Carlos Vinicius all have their futures up in doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing new there really, is there, though?
No, we know it's pretty much everything we knew before. But at least it's the noise that we're looking for a clear out is starting making some of the noise there. So that's good. And I hope we do get a lot of the people out the door and freshen up the squad.
The article goes on to say that Harry Winks and Dele Alli's Tottenham future all depend on Jose Mourinho's future at the club. What do you feel about that?
Whether he leaves or not?
Yeah, I think what they're assuming is that if Mourinho leaves, Winks and Dele could have more of a future at the club. If he stays, then probably not.
I don't know.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because
of course it makes sense. It makes sense. But whether I would make a decision based on that, I don't know. Look, I would love for Dele and Winks to get back to their best and get back in the team, but it just looks unlikely at the moment. And whether they had that real mentality to be striving right at the top, like I'm starting to doubt that.
At the end of the day, even when you get a new manager in, everyone's back to square one, aren't they? So like this clear out will probably take an even longer time to do.
Yeah, probably.
So that's one mark against sacking Jose Mourinho, I guess. And then it goes on to say Tottenham are prioritising a goalkeeper, a right back, a centre back this summer. Nick Pope is the first choice goalkeeping target. Is he one you'd want?
Yeah, I've spoken a bit about Nick Pope. I think he's a solid keeper, but he wouldn't be my number one choice. I don't think he would be a keeper where you would say he is in the top. Just like where we want to aim our heights. I think he's a standard keeper. And
who's your number one choice?
If you're like going for top 6, yeah, he'd be good. But I don't know.
Who's your number one choice?
I like the Magnan from Lille. I like him. He'd be my number one.
I've only seen him play one game, and that was the game against PSG last week, and he was superb. He really was superb. And the last one from the Daily Mail is Tottenham will not play the 36 million option for Carlos Vinicius on a permanent basis. The club have started looking at Stuttgart striker Sasa Kaladzic. And Sasa is the tallest player in the Bundesliga.
Apparently he's known as the Austrian Peter Crouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I read. And he seems to have a good goal scoring record this year, and he's quite young. So maybe he's one that has started to come into his own a bit. And look, I'm all for it if he's got that kind of record in the Bundesliga, which is not the easiest league. And he's tall, he's physical. He could give us more options. So I'm all for it if they look into it.
Would you prefer him or a Weghorst?
Well, Weghorst is more proven, isn't he? So
he's also had a really good season.
Yeah, I love Weghorst as well. I think he's had a great season. So I'll definitely go for Weghorst first. He's more proven. But this guy seems to be one that's coming along very nicely.
And 2 last quotes I've got. One from Noah Solskjaer, Ole's son, on Jose Mourinho. And it says, "Yes, I laughed well on Sunday. I always get food. I can assure everyone about that. I had never been lying down the way Son did. Mourinho probably just wanted to take the focus away from the fact that they had lost."
It's Mourinho getting rinsed by Ole's son at this point. That's not great, is it? It's not the greatest. But he has a bit of a point, I think. But maybe I don't know what to say to that. Ole's son. Seems like he's well.
I just wanted to mention it. I thought it was
classic.
quite funny. And the last one is on Matt Letizia on Harry Kane, and it says, It would be more special for Harry Kane if he stayed on and won trophies at Spurs. So obviously he's talking about the potential option of Harry Kane leaving this summer. I mean, it's definitely true, but is he going to win trophies at Spurs? That's the main question.
Well, he hasn't up till now, has he? So that's always going to be the question until we actually get over the line or look like we're seriously challenging. That's always going to be a massive, massive question mark. I would say, I think winning something, I suppose, would mean more than other places, but whether he'll get the opportunity, it looks further. It's never looked further away, pretty much, than it does now, which is the biggest problem. So I hope he stays. I think you're never as bad as you think you are in certain cases, I think, and things can change very quickly. So I do think it is possible for him to win stuff with Spurs. I really do. But whether
he's got a cup final in a week,
I know, but whether he's prepared to risk it and the risk by staying is another question. I think it'll definitely make more sense for him to look to move, but he could definitely still have a fairy tale ending if he stays.
All right, so that is your Tottenham update. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Let me know.
And also the fans in the Carabao Cup.
Of course, yes. So fans are definitely in the Carabao Cup final now. 2,000 Spurs fans and 2,000 Manchester City fans will be in the stadium. If you are a Tottenham season ticket holder, go to your emails now. Go and log into your e-ticketing account because you can apply for tickets right now. We have applied. Hopefully we'll be going and we'll be there. But look, I guess it's a step in the right direction, isn't it?
Yeah, and looking for hopefully we get, and it'll be great to get in for a cup final as well. But it was interesting to see Alistair Gold put out a poll saying, do you want to go to the cup final, or are you so depressed right now? Like, would you rather not even bother applying? And like quite a few said no.
Yeah,
like,
but when it comes down to it, they'll be going. 100% they'll be going. You know what I mean? Like right now, but when it comes, they're definitely going to be applying. That's for sure, to see if they get anyway. And if they get, they'll be there 100%.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right, so that is a Tottenham update for you today. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding anything we spoke about. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.